What's up, guys? Welcome back to fucking YouTube. Pathologic Classic HD. This will be my last stream until Saturday at least. Assuming nothing crazy happens. Oh, hey. FL Studio decided to tab in for some reason. I had an idea while I was thinking about this game today, in that I guess we could try to turn in Lana's quest
Allow me
line.
to remind you that an epidemic of unknown origin has already eradicated a few genuinely distinctive towns in the northern part of the country. The cause and circumstances of these tragic events remain uncertain. There is a lot that we cannot explain yet. It appears as though the plague has a mind of its own, as if it is driven by some irrepressible will. Why else has no one managed to fight it successfully? Why does it target the most precious aspects of our existence? The sand plague picks its victims fastidiously, and the same principle always draws it back to whoever tries to oppose it. Surprisingly, we've yet to hear a single word from the powers that be.
H. Orf. Internal note. Who is H. Orf, dude? That makes it... That says that other towns are experiencing the sand plague, which... I mean, I haven't even gotten to the part of the game with the sand plague yet, so I don't know, I'm worried, but... I guess I didn't realize that it's happening in the background, but apparently this guy doesn't know about it. Daniel Dinkovsky. His parents really called him Dan twice. Yeah, my name's Dankovsky. Let me call my son Dan. Alright. We back in this motherfucking game. Let's try and get down to her house, which is this one. Laura Ravel's house. How's our needs are pretty well met, I'd say. Probably have to eat something at some point. And in this save file, I've talked to who I need to talk to. Actually, I didn't... Oh, whoops. I need to do this so that it doesn't do that. I guess I haven't technically seen the butcher yet in this save. Okay, I can't go that way, definitely. Don't want to box myself in, but is there a way through here? Sort of. We'll make it. I don't remember what happens when you tell Laura that you can't get to the place. Because obviously they say that they're in the polyhedron. And I tried going there before and it doesn't work. There's not really any way to get in. So yeah, I remember I also had a pistol last time. I didn't end up going back and seeing where I found that. Oh, nice. Maybe that'll be handy at some point. It's obviously not going to be handy for this quest that I'm trying to do, but... I don't know. There's the old Gimski's house. I really hope this leads to something, because I got exactly 0 leads after this. I know if we go to... Or actually, this is the Subarovs. The old Gimskis are here, right? Yeah. If we go to Samuelton's pub, he kind of brushes us off. We should go to Peter Samuelton's studio. Where else? Tried to go to the town hall. There's not really anything there. I guess we could try going back to Isodor's house. I don't think that's going to work either, though. Yeah, I don't know. don't even know what these buildings are. Grace's Lodge, Rubens Prosecutorium, Bad Grief Slayer. We went here, and there wasn't really much to do. Railway station, the town theater. And that's pretty much it. So, I mean, we really only have a limited number of places to check, which is lucky. Anyhow, I mean, I don't know who could tell us anything that's important. I think I might just have to trial and error it. I could look up where I'm supposed to go, but I kind of want to avoid that as much as possible. If it absolutely becomes a thing where I have to trial and error a bunch of different places to actually figure out where to go, then I will. I can't tell if my light is on or not. I don't know if it matters. I'm sure I have unlimited of it. Wait, this is not the right person. This is Yulia's house. We're going to Laura Ravel. I mean, we're here, and I guess we can try talking to her. It's not like I'm that much farther away. Hey.
I'm afraid it's natural. Simon was doomed.
It's like we haven't talked to her before. Tell me plain and simple what you make of all this. So I have heard a wisecrack I know says that while you're trying to complete a portrait of the killer is busy painting yours. Hilarious, is it not? Okay, I think I did this in my last playthrough, but I guess I forgot to do this. Either that or she got progressed somehow. I honestly don't understand how the NPCs work. I seem to exhaust their dialogue and then I come back and they have more. The hunter becomes the hunted. However, to put it bluntly, you have become the keynote in this particular plot. The intrigue is so rich, it will keep you busy for a week, if not longer than that. What would you do if it were me? If you want my advice, I wouldn't trust what our feudals tell you. The perpetual triangle of influence means that every party concerned will do their best to use your authority to their own benefit. I'm not that conceited. Perhaps people of power or people of lower people of lower standing would not try to use me. It is more likely that people of such standing will be much too scared to cooperate. Given your position, you may want to try your luck with the shadow cabinet of local nobility. The women of influence. They know much more than the simple townsfolk, yet they care much less than the families in power. So if we ask who they are... I mean, we only don't know who one of them is, right? Maria is one of them. And then... presumably it's Capella, but... I don't know. Then the spider lady who I always forget her name. Such a way of saying it will be of relevance strictly within the specific context of values and perceptions characteristic of a backwoods hole like ours. The catch is that the aristocracy is not defined by birthright here. Rather, the status is granted by the degree of enigmatic fascination that a woman is possessed of. Questionable background, audacity of demeanor, you know, that whole assortment. Yeah, just fucking tell me who they are, dude. Laura, Ava, yours truly, and last but not least. Okay, Laura. Wait, Laura is one? I did not realize that. That makes sense, though. But not Capella. Laura, Ava, yours truly. Also Ava. Maria. I would listen to Katerina if I were you. Her morphine habit. Her morphine habit has turned her into a walking corpse. I wouldn't listen to Katerina if I were you. Her morphine habit has turned her into a walking corpse. The others, however, are liable to deceive. You don't like being lied to, do you? I assume she's talking about the other members of the family. But it's interesting because she's saying Like other people, like the families themselves, or the heads of the families, the patriarchs, I guess, are saying that you can trust what they're saying, but they'll say it in a way that deceives you and is in their own interests, which makes sense. But then she's saying that they will just lie to you, and that you should just trust the matriarchs. But why wouldn't they be susceptible to the same thing? I feel like I'm getting mixed messages. Which, like, I'm sure that's the point. I'm sure that'd be the point, or at least it's part of it. Either that or the translation really is fucked. I think the translation was fixed for this version, but... either that or characters are allowed to have their own motivations. That's a fine thing, too. Anyhow. Cannot stand it. It's better to die than to lie. Or can't say I care all that much. I can live with it. I feel like this is a choice. But I don't want to just end the conversation. Let's say this. I see. Perhaps you like being played with then. Even less so. In this case, Maria seems to be your best bet. She is too arrogant to lie and too respectful to dare play with you. You should value the affection of someone this proud, but I digress. What is your intended course of action? Depends. It seems the Canes have been so considerate as to promote me to the rank of bait. There's no need for any special efforts to play that role. The main thing is to be available. Or I think, if you please, I need to think, if you please, I will ask more questions if something else crosses my mind, especially since you are one of the lady aristocrats. I guess this? That ends it too.
As the mind endeavors to reach one goal, the heart insensibly drags us towards another.
Can you tell me about Lara? I'd rather not speak on the matter. You will know Lara well enough. As soon as you meet her, my relationship with her is complicated. Why is that? They say Lara is an angel, an epitome of benevolence and compassion. She sees everyone as a friend. She's too eager to help, too happy to oblige. After her father died, she turned the Ravel Mansion into the most hospitable and heartwarming place in town. Long story short, Lara is believed to be the kindest woman of us all. However, it's not true. She is a woman devastated by grief. All the gifts that she is so happy to give away are fundamentally offerings to a dead person. She favors the living with something the dead have no use for. Who is the addressee, really? Her philanthropy is almost reprehensible. She pities everyone she comes across, for she knows they will die just like her dearly departed. She sees a corpse in everyone she looks upon. I can't say I appreciate it, but that being said, she will certainly be of great help to you and your inquiry. So she doesn't like Lara because she's so overcome by grief that she is giving up everything, basically. I'm not really sure why she thinks that she's too generous. She's essentially a nihilist, I guess. Is that what she doesn't like about her? I see.
This girl is a changeling. She's not the murderer.
This girl is a changeling. She's not the murderer. Yet to meet anyone who will help me in the slightest way. Do you have any relevant experience? Do you know how a murderer may be found? Not really, but I hunt the killer of all killers in my lab. Looking for killers is the duty of law enforcement officers. I'm only willing to assist them in the way I can. I don't do killer hunting. I'm a scientist. First one, I guess. Incidentally, it is more than possible that the killer is hiding in the house of Anna Angel, a thespian of sorts. Now there's a woman worthy of attention. In fact, I heard some ghastly man covered in blood was seen entering her house today. Where the fuck is this coming from? What the fuck? It's like she didn't mention this until now. Oh yeah, there's a fucking this random lady that hasn't been mentioned the entire game so far. She fucking knows some guy that was covered in blood and was entering her house. How do you know this? Town is a small place. The wind carries rumors with falling leaves, mixing birds' feathers with emotions. We all know one another so well here that we are sometimes able to hear each other's thoughts, a family trait, if you will. That being said, I doubt the man in Anna's house is the real killer. Where does she live? Lives in a mansion, once belonged to a family of exiles whose political views led them to a far-out town like ours. Because of some ill-conceived sense of camaraderie, they were happy to give shelter to a runaway actress. As soon as she told them she was persecuted by the powers that be, a few years later they died. Suspiciously, if you ask me, leaving Willow Mello, their daughter, in the care of their companion. Willow died soon thereafter. Willow Mello. This is a fucking lore dump, dude. So there was a family whose political views led them to this town. They gave shelter to this girl, and then she ended up killing them, or she ended up being the one that survives in a mysterious series of deaths. Mysteriously. They all died of natural causes. Allegedly. And then this guy fucking dies. Even though Willow was buried in a tightly closed coffin. The body was examined by Isidore, however, and he is not a man who would cover up a crime. Wait, what? They all died of natural causes, allegedly. Even though Willow was buried in a tightly closed coffin. What does that mean? Willow was buried in a... Willow Mello, yeah. She's the one that died after the rest of them. The body was examined by Isidore, however, he is not a man who would cover up a crime. Anyway, you would do good to go take a look at the house yourself. The mansion is known as the Willows. It stands by the gullet in earth. Anna, huh? Well, I'll get to know her. No, I won't go there. I'm inclined to think that her visitor is another victim rather than the killer. Even that... Okay. Anna Angel's house, right. Well, I guess this is a side quest, too. Interesting. So it's next to Stamerton's pub. Got it.
My chest seems to be filled with cotton wool.
I hope that getting to know me will not become a problem to you. Not anyway, yeah. That's all she has to say. Okay. Well, we have another side quest to go for. I guess I'm gonna have to save here. I don't really have a problem doing a full save, but... because we can always just go back, because that... We do have a lot of options from that last save that I made before I quit last night, so... try and remember that one. Let's get to Laura Ravel's house. Interesting that she doesn't like Lara, and I still don't really get the logic of why they don't get along, because it's like her family died, she's like a widow or whatever, and so she's generous with like the things of her family, but the things are like offerings not to the dead but from the dead. Is this a knife that I just got? Scalpel. Is this a lockpick? A razor? Straight, fashionable trinket among the teenagers who like to show off. Okay, it's probably just something you can trade. We're pretty close to Laura's house. But yeah, I don't really understand why that's like an unlikable thing. At least for her character.
There are dark rings under your eyes.
I have a very bad feeling, yeah. Oh, it was her father, not her husband, that's right. I found it. Unfortunately, the cache has already been looted. I found one specimen of the Schmouters. I'm going to examine it. Give it to me. Let me throw it in the fire. I'll reimburse you for this loss. Curious what she gives you. I think could be of use later. I think I have 2 of them. I want to see what she gives me. Oh, she gives me a shit ton of money for it. Okay. I think I still have one though, right? No, I don't. Well, that doesn't seem worth it. I might do that.
Virtue, but rather of fear.
Do you know where to find Olgimski's son, Vlad the Younger? Yes, I do. He had a quarrel with his father and is now doing field work. I think he's in charge of some excavations, digging out the monuments of the steppe culture. He sleeps in an abandoned shack near the station. It's close to the Guzzle, the upper tributary of the river. Holy fuck. She just tells you where it is. Oh my fucking god. Well, fuck doing that. Maneater. Found shelter here. I should interrogate this suspect before Canes get to him. But Laura, fucking Ava's gonna be pissed if I don't solve that questline though. And all you fucking gave me is a shit ton of money, which I don't fucking need. I mean, maybe I'll need it, but I feel like I won't. Does she have any food on any of these plates? I could just take some. All right, well, let's live with the consequences of our actions for now, at least. We will. I mean, like, bro, I would have found that shit out eventually because it really is the fucking like most conspicuous fucking thing to label that part of the map and just be like, fucking, there's nothing here. Don't come looking at what this is. What is it actually called? Yeah, just the windows of this house are bricked in. So is it locked? I don't know. All I know is Big Vlad can't fucking stop my bitch ass from invading his son's house. How do I equip? I think you just click on it. Huh. Nice. Alright, well, we actually have a blade now. Don't fucking point your arms at me like that. Nothing in there. It seems like you just constantly collect money. I don't really understand. Oh, dude, we got someone doing the fent fold over here. We got kids doing the fentanyl fold. Are you good? What are you so happy about? Yeah, you have ammunition. You don't actually have any, though. Like, for sale. Alright. Just found some acorns on the ground, it looks like. What the fuck? Alright, we're pretty close now. Oh, let's not go that way. I want to loot containers, but I don't need to go really far out of the way for no reason either. Alright, here's the house with bricked in windows. What is this? Doers of some kind. Tipped over water cart. Oh wow, I can sleep here. Oh my fucking god, he's moving. No one's moved in this game before. I can climb up here too. Sort of. Okay. It's just a well in here. Hey man.
Katerina thinks Clara is a messenger from heaven. Yeah, right.
Katerina thinks Clara is a messenger from heaven. You found me here. Oh, well, I'm not surprised. I suppose you're not too surprised by the fact that everyone knows about you either. The rumor of your arrival spread like fire. Why have you come? Come for sightseeing. There was a peculiar incident yesterday by the spleen. The children were playing in the mud as usual, but then suddenly they ran away from the sandbox, and the parents noticed that their hands were smothered in blood. However, none of them was wounded. Neither were any of them surprised. What's the solution to the puzzle? You know, the puzzle. When the worried adults came to the place, where the children had been playing, they found nothing unusual there, only sticks and stones. What do you make of it? Your children play peculiar games. Nice to meet a person of a skeptical mind. I am Vladislav Volgimsky, the younger one, of course. And you are, of course, Daniel Dinkovsky. Nice to meet you.
What?
What? See how it all turns out. I used to keep this place secret, but all the secrets seem so childish now. What do you think about Simon's death? Tell me, did Isidore visit you last night? Tell me the truth, please. I don't see anything special. Yes, Isidore did pay me a visit, but don't ask what we talked about. I have no right to share that with you. Right, I'm going to ask you one more question now. Your answer will determine whether you and I become friends or enemies. That is because that would make you betray your father, isn't it? I'll ask him that. Yes, it seems it's better to put the cards on the table with you. So far, you're coming across as a very smart person. You've talked to my father already. What do you know? Everything, almost everything. All I want to know is where you come into play. Nothing, but I'm counting on your conscience. I'll find the whole truth out anyway, sooner rather than later. Let's not pretend like we know what's going on. Let's just tell him. Isidore said, note that I'm merely retelling it secondhand. He said that there's an epidemic in the steppe camps. An outbreak of a Tarbagan sickness. Perhaps the plague. That is... Father had issued an order to lock the termitary up and to prevent the infection from getting in. Okay. And what are you so afraid of that you would conceal this? I don't understand. You did the right thing. Do you think Isidore had already been infected when he spoke with you? He was wrapped in a cloth and smelled of alcohol. He said these were preventative measures, but I still think he could have done all that just to convince me. After failing to convince my father, it was idiotic of me to fall for that. So he could have already been infected when he visited Simon. We need to warn Reuben. It's very urgent. He's about to examine Simon as soon as the period of time required by the Canes passes. But where is he? I have no idea. Where is he staying? I don't know. There was a secret dissecting room in one of the warehouses, but no one knows where exactly. Well, I fucking know where, so... He used to live mostly in the steppe, sometimes sleeping in the termitary or at Laura Ravel's shelter. But he's not there, I know that for sure. He went away to mourn his master. What would you have done if you were him? I would have resigned myself and left the place for good. My investigation is over. Hold on, I need to reread. I'm thinking about so many things. But he's not here. I know that for sure. He went away to mourn his master. What would you have done if you were him? I would have resigned myself and left the place for good. My investigation is over. I'd wait for him at the Canes. It's simple. I'd check every warehouse, of course. Perhaps I'd find something. Fuck. That is a good question. Where, because I couldn't find him last time either. We had to try and meet him at 11 o'clock, but it didn't work. I don't think he's at the Canes, because then I would have seen him when I was talking to the Canes, right? I mean, unless the game isn't dynamic enough to support that. But I kind of feel like the game progresses events. I would have resigned myself and left the place for good. My investigation is over. Or I would check every warehouse, of course. Perhaps I'd find something. But he wasn't at his warehouse. I would have resigned myself and left the place for good. Why would he leave? That's like what I would... what I feel like my character wants to do. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is a... The investigation of the double murder has introduced a few additional considerations. It is highly possible that Simon died of some unfamiliar disease. Stock Reuben, the town medic, should be warned at once. If he touches the body, he may contact whatever disease still remains there. Yeah. I think that's what it's... Beast-like fugitive. I just realized these are all called fugitives. Other tasks. Okay. Bad Grief's Lair. Warehouse where the urchins under Chieftain Knock can reside. Grace's Lodge. Ugh, I feel like I'm one step behind the game at all points. Because now it definitely wants me to figure out where this guy is. I already forgot his name, which is hilarious. What is it? Mission. Today's quest. Investigation of the double murder has introduced a few... Yeah. Reuben. Right. Let's try talking to him again.
Katerina thinks Claire is a messenger from heaven. Yeah, right.
What do you think? It is known that Simon had limited his social activity just before his departure. You'd only receive 2 visitors. I know nothing of the first, but the second was none other than Isidore. The fact that he was killed the same night makes you think, doesn't it? Killer took out a witness. The Olgimskis weren't exactly delighted with Isidore. You are correct. I'm willing to admit, as you can see, I feel like I was probably supposed to click on this before we went through the other one, but we'll read through it anyways. I'm willing to admit, as you can see, were I not absolutely positive that my father is innocent, I would have never confessed. Oh, wait. I would have never confessed to it, even though we share a mutual distaste for one another. Father needed Isidore. He was of much use to him, and that is the ultimate argument in my father's favor. Was he useful as a healer? Isidore wasn't a doctor. He was more of an herbalist. He never studied medicine. All his recipes were about plants and roots, so to speak. He was knowledgeable, a sorcerer, if you will. Well, shouldn't we know this? We're his, like, best friend or whatever. A very different one from Simon. An earthen sorcerer. I've never heard that Simon used to be a sorcerer before. Simon was a thurgist. Isidore was a witch doctor. You think Isidore, the witch doctor, has managed to achieve the unachievable? Possible theory, but rather questionable. I'll start speaking your tongue myself soon.
Don't tell me that's not what you were...
Okay. Well, I guess we go talk to... Let's just make another save. Let's go talk to the Canes. Because, I mean, we have important information now. I guess I should have selected that, since, I mean, at least that might have given me, like, a quest marker to go here anyways, but... I think it makes sense to go to the Canes, because... They're the ones that he would be dealing with most directly if they have to do this waiting period, and it's his family's body anyways, so they have to know something. Oh, I'm a little bit more tired than I was yesterday. Still feeling better than I did on Monday. But I have been waking up super early in the morning for no reason. And I guess I didn't need to go this way, but whatever. It means I'm pretty tired right now. Even though it's fucking, what, like 8 o'clock? It's probably not even 8 p.m. yet, is it? Oh yeah, it is 8 p.m. Well, that's good. At least I'm not gonna fall asleep at fucking like 7:30, which I've done before. I'm a very habitual person when it comes to sleep, and I don't tend to stay up super late. All right. Oh, this must be him.
Master would have approved of my
Let's go!
actions.
Greetings, friend. I heard news of your arrival. Everyone has. Are you here to examine the body as well? I do hope you haven't touched it yet. He shouldn't have. It hasn't been the allotted time. It hasn't been 24 hours. No, the last thing I want to do in this life is to examine him without first taking preliminary measures. No, let's just tell him the most obvious thing. I haven't. Is there a problem? Simon's body, wherever it is, poses a dire threat. I suspect he has died of a contagious disease. There's a threat of an epidemic. The crucible needs to be quarantined. Any access to the body should be forbidden. Say that. Are you sure? Doesn't matter anyway. If it's that thing again, what do you think it is? Judging from what I found so far, it could be Febris typhoidea, or a plague. I suspect Yersinia pestis, or something not too dissimilar. That could be... What could these steps be home to? I mean, sand plague, right? I don't believe it. A second outbreak. I need to regain my senses. Are you sure about this? Do you mean what you say? I am, and I do. If it's the sand plague, Master's death was so untimely. If it's the sand plague, we only have a few more days to live. You see, I have no idea how to stop it. No one does. So you're already familiar with the disease. Your mentor has encountered this before. What is the sand plague? I'm only making assumptions. I don't want to believe this. I'd rather have any other plague than this. We have no time to waste. The body must be inspected, isolated, destroyed if necessary. We must take protective measures for that. Of course. We need your diagnosis before we can provide reasonable protection. At the moment, you can only buy yellow immunity boosters at the drugstores. They are no good, but I'll try to do something about this. We'll need to take some remedies from Master's old workplace. Did you know he was murdered? Wait, what? Well, we'll need to take some remedies from Master's old workplace. Did you know he was murdered by his son in atrocity? Son has nothing to do with this. I presume Isidore was infected by Simon. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm confusing Simon and Isidore. That's right. I presume Isidore was infected by Simon and died of the same disease, or vice versa. Let's not waste any more time. We can accuse his son. You're right. Let's make haste. I'll get everything ready for the examination. Meanwhile, let's arrange for the body to be isolated. Kane is keeping it in a cold place. I'll keep you informed. If we act deliberately and with a calm mind, we can prevent this epidemic. Stay strong. I won't leave you on my own. I'll just say I wish you luck, because I kind of strongly doubt that we are going to prevent this plague. We have identified the killer. Although we have yet to apprehend him, Ruben will collect the necessary equipment to protect him as he works with the bodies. In the meantime, I should inform Georgie Kane of what the primary investigation has shown. Alright, let's not make it look like we're about to kill. You're not Georgie, you're the other one, right? Georgie's the monarch looking dude. Yeah, this is Victor. We need to talk to Georgie. We're getting somewhere in this game. I don't know how I didn't think of that. That like the killer, like it, I don't know. I feel like it was something I thought of, considering I knew this game had to do with a plague, but it's like, yeah, I'm not going to pretend
So the
anything.
Saburovs have offered patronage to some changeling. Who is she?
I've been told of your initial verdict. You assert that Simon Kane was not killed by a human or a Shabnak demon, but died of a natural cause, or succumbed to by some physical sickness. Is that what you're saying? I wouldn't say he died naturally. He died of a mysterious disease. Microbes are more efficient killers than demons. Is that a hypothesis or a fact supported by evidence? A hypothesis. Mere hypothesis is not something I'm willing to accept. Furthermore, the same rhetoric is widely employed by the people who want to hinder the murder investigation at any cost. Same people are spreading false rumors of civil disorder, which, as they would have it, took over the town. The same people would happily sacrifice human life to maintain a semblance of order. What would you say to that? Same people are spreading false rumors of civil disorder, which, as they would have it, took over the town. The same people would happily sacrifice human life to maintain a semblance of order. I'd say that order must be restored. I'd say they are right. I guess I'd say they were right. And I would rather say otherwise. This whole narrative is much too convenient for those covering for the murderer. The murderer who knew how to take Simon's life and keeps the secret to themselves. What if they do not stop at that? What if there is no murderer? Who are you trying to catch? Till the very last moment, I will hope that the murderer does not exist. I am not trying to disabuse you of your opinion, however, if you're right, that is a death sentence for us all. Look for the murderer as long as you can. Let us go looking for a coin under the street lamp just because there's more light that way. Is that what you want? I'm just gonna say no. I guess that pisses him off. The initial findings suggest... I wonder if you say that you're conclusive about it, that he still doesn't want to do it, because I was scared after I clicked that, and he's like, did I just fuck up really badly? But I'm sure that he just... it's part of his character that he is convinced it's a... that it's a murder. I mean, like, it doesn't make... at least in terms of, like, looking at this as a game... it doesn't make any sense for it to be anything other than a plague. Let's be real. Since the rest of this game involves dealing with the plague. The initial findings suggest that Simon Kane was killed by the highly contagious disease. It seems I will not be the first to meet the killer. Dr. Rubin has better chances at that. I just cannot help but think that were Katerina's prophecy to come true, it would have made the situation even more convoluted than it already is. What is Katerina's... who is Katerina? I honestly don't remember who that is. This is Maria. This is Ava. Laura. Right. Katerina is the Subarov Spider-Woman. So it seems like we sort of have two different kinds of characters. We have the like noble women who are all around here, and then we have the noble men, like the patriarchs. I'm just trying to think, like, in terms of the different classes of people that we have to interact with, because we have to save these people no matter what, right? But that was Maria who told us to do that. So Georgie, Victor, Andre, Peter, Maria, Ava, Mark. Still don't know where Mark is or who he is. I don't think he's been mentioned this entire time. So, Jesus. You see where Brock lives. Do we have to ask to examine the body?
I feel almost nothing.
Wait, where? Oh yeah, because he's in the other place. That's right. Do I have any? That still says the same thing. Victor lives. My new friend turned out to be both well known and well informed. Insists consult her when I meet a dead end. Why would anyone choose such a remote shack as their regular place of residence? Vlad the Younger is no hurry to return home, and I strongly doubt his actions are motivated purely by the desire to live independently of his fierce father. Old Gimskis. Yeah, 50-year-old. Holy shit, he looks older than 50, dude. Big Vlad. Vlad the Heavy. Yeah, and then Capella lives there. We still haven't gone here. Is that a typo? Bircher. Isn't it Butcher? That's hilarious. I never noticed that. Grace's Lodge. Isidore's Place. Katerina and Alex. Yulia. Laura Rattles, of course. I almost wonder if Mark is the, like, mayor or something. Cathedral. Yeah, I mean, I guess I just gotta go back to Ruben and talk to him, I guess. Oh, Ruben's gone somewhere. Don't actually know.
It's like something is pulling my...
Yeah, you don't have anything to say. Well, fuck, I don't actually know. Let's just save right here so that I can make sure I go to the right spot. I mean, he's supposed to be in there. He's being kept in an ice box. Surely he's not, like, in the house behind a fucking door that I would have no idea to open, right? I mean, the house isn't that big, so I guess it makes sense that I would try and open it, but...
It came from below the ground. For many years, we were burying the bones wrong.
You're not any help. And you have nothing in your house that is useful to me. Okay. We'll go back to Simon's house and try and figure out where Ruben might have gone. Like, he must be the person we're supposed to talk to. There's nothing in here. No, this place is fucking empty, dude.
Tell me what you want.
Nowhere else has a quest marker. Town hall. Just trying to see if there's any place that's like unmarked. Pretty sure I've already done this before, but like, you would think if Ruben went back to his place, then it would be, and you think it would be there, like there would be a quest marker there, but there isn't anything. Let's read the quest thing again. Dr. Ruben has better chances at that. I just cannot help but think that were Katerina's prophecy to come true, it would have made the situation even more convoluted than it already is. I will not be the first to meet the killer, Dr. Ruben. Yeah. Okay, other tasks. Like, did I just end today's quest? Is that what the double asterisk means? Triple asterisk? I have no clue. Let's go back to... We'll go back to Ava's place. Talk to her. She has nothing to say, then we'll sleep. And see if we die. Damn, she's got crazy ass cleavage. Anyways. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck that was. I just got fucking distracted for a minute. Our tutorializers are still here. What do you got to say? I can't hear anything. Okay, you want to tutorialize me about this? We're all dying. Got me wrong. You'll be dying here. Why?
We sometimes.
Okay. Well, it's 2 o'clock. I can only sleep 6 hours at a time, but should be enough to make something happen, right? Still no quest marker or anything. Let's see what happens. Day 2. Day's over.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
Whoa. I just got an achievement as well. I'm not dead. 17% of people have it. It's not your fault. There's a lot. Holy shit. There's a fucking lot of achievements, dude. That's day 1. Let's do a cheeky little fucking minor spoiler. Okay. How many days are in Pathologic? Each scenario lasts 12 days. Each hour lasts 5 minutes in real life, so each day equals 24 in-game hours, 120 real-life minutes, or 2 hours. Okay. So I think we did get the ending condition. Before I do that, ooh, all my quest markers went away. So I wonder if you have to go to the theater to watch the vignette. That's good to know. But we do actually want to load this save. Because now there's time to do all the side quests and go trade for a bunch of stuff. Which is excellent news. But, to be honest, I've been streaming for an hour. And I know I've been doing longer streams, but I usually don't want to do that long of streams just because I don't have stamina to play games like that. So I think I'm going to call it here, but holy fuck. I actually did this shit on my own. I fucking... It's been, like, I don't know the last time that I played a game raw like this, where I know almost nothing. I mean, I guess now I know there's 12 days, but that's such a minor spoiler that I'm not. Like, I knew this game already had, like, I knew it was either 7 or something like that. It was like a week or something like that, so. We made it through day 1. We're gonna fucking try and complete all the rest of the quests, and then... I stopped taking notes because I feel like I sort of have a gist of what's going on at this point. I'll probably still take some secondary notes. I mean, now we know that there's no killer. So obviously, I don't need to go through the whole charade of figuring. Like, I just needed to make sure that I was keeping track of who is who. Because I'm so bad. I mean, I fucking hate it when people are like, oh, I can't. I'm so terrible with names. I can't keep track of names ever. The difference is you have to make an effort to remember people's names, and like obviously you can see that I'm not doing a perfect job at it, but you know, you have to try and remember who people are and remember things about them in real life, but also in this game because there's so many different fucking variables happening all the time. Trying to decipher this is fun though. Like it's fun hearing different people's perspective on what's going on and seeing where people are like misguided. And I mean, obviously this is like literally the first day of shit happening, and it's already a clusterfuck of people being wrong. So super cool. I'm excited to play the rest of this game, but I'm gonna call it here for now. Oh wow. Can see my FL Studio project. Let's fucking go, dude. We will be back on music. I promise you I will be back on music. I kind of was like getting nowhere with a couple of my other streams. Also, speaking of, here, let's enable my display capture so you can actually see. I have a crazy amount of fucking streams now, way more than I thought I did. Yeah, you DuckDuckGo, shut up. I fucking have not been paying attention to how many streams I've done. I don't know. It's just nuts to me that I actually have a fucking body of shit to watch now. Not for myself, but I'm glad that I've committed to doing this. I kind of was just like, I need to like archive something that I'm doing, that I'm working on, so that I have like a method of progressing in something. Even though right now I'm literally just playing video games, which is really not a stellar use of my time. It's nice to just have this as like something I can guarantee to come back to, and it can just be whatever I want. That's not my job or like my social life or whatever, so I don't know. It's cool. I'm having a good time. I'm sorry there was like a week and a couple days where I just was doing the Demon Souls. I want to edit this into an actual long play, so maybe I'll do a stream of me editing. I don't know how to use video editors. I'm a fucking DAW guy. I don't know how to fucking use... I think I'm going to download... I don't have any video. I have Kden Live, which I used to use, or that I used to make the music videos. Literally only because it's like open source or whatever, but I what's the one that people use? It has like it's not Sony Vegas, it's the free one, but the one that everyone says to use that's not Adobe. Anyways, I'm probably going to download that, and I'll try and make I want to make just an actual long play video out of all of these, which means I'm going to have to somehow download all this fucking 4K footage. Part of me streaming to this channel is that I don't have to like record videos and upload them and fucking clock an entire SSD with 4K footage when YouTube offers it for free, and I can just upload live streams in honestly really good quality. These are like my stream settings. Fucking 51,000 kbps bitrate. It's good enough for fucking 4K 60. It seems to look good in my Demon Souls streams, which is what I mean, you kind of can't tell on my Soma streams because it's so dark in that game, but rewatching the footage, I am happy with how it looks, but I'm getting super off topic. I need to just end the stream. It's been good. I'll maybe stream on Saturday, depending on how I'm feeling. I'm really, like, I have no idea whether I will, because I have no idea how tired I'll be, but I'm talking to no one at this point. No one's going to watch this stream in between me coming back, but I just, for myself, I do want to stream on Saturday. I'm going to be coming back. I'll be off a flight. I'll probably be wanting to do something productive that day, but I don't know if I'll want to stream. Anyhow, this is a good stream. We fucking made it through the first day. I'm so fucking excited to do the rest of them. Yeah, I guess that makes sense that it is a 27-hour game, because if it's 2 hours over 12 days per day, subtract a little bit of, well, I guess more or less 27 hours, that makes sense. I do want to do like more than one run through. I assume it'll be a lot faster to do a second run through. So this is awesome. I'm excited to finish that game. Then I can watch all of the people's analysis of it. I wanna immerse myself in the fucking game, dude. Have a good night.